Hello everyone and welcome to another StarCraft 2 commentary with XO, and this is the last game I'm going to bring you for tonight, or today. It doesn't matter where you're from, because obviously most likely it's not going to be night for you where you are when you're watching this video, or who knows. But it's going to be a match on xel'naga caverns again between yep, it's that guy. It's Nestea against NEXGenius. So I don't know why they did something with their names. They changed them and stuff for some funky stuff. I'm not exactly sure, but yep, they are going to be duking it out over here on xel'naga caverns. So we're gonna have here we're gonna have NEXGenius spawning as the red Protoss at the 2 o'clock position, and Nestea spawning as the blue Zerg at the 7 o'clock position. Now, obviously, everybody knows Nestea by now because he's the new GSL Champion, and showing some really impressive games against Foxer over there. Foxer doing his usual very unorthodox and pressure-oriented, very aggressive gameplay, and Nestea just showing the power of the Zerg, and that you can actually defend and you can make a difference if you keep your head cool and you just think through and take your time and not panic so much when you see unusual stuff happening. You just gotta stay on your toes and do what you're supposed to do. So by the way, the last 2 games that I cast, they're also really good games, also in the Korean part of the StarCraft world. So go take a look at that. It's Maka Prime versus OGS the Win. So 2 very good games over there. If you do like Korean gameplay, I urge you to watch those games as well. And so far, having a fast expansion over here from Nestea and a spawning pool, so pretty standard. This is as standard as it goes. 15 hatch into 14 pool, or 15 hatch into 15 pool, depends on how that drone comes out over there. Now, this probe trying to be very annoying and damage some of the drones mining over there. Now, another gateway going down, and this isn't producing anything for now. And there we have the cyber core as well. Which means this is a 2-gate push into Robo. Might be a Robo push. Let's see if this simulator goes down on that Vespene Geyser over there, or Geyser actually, not Geyser. But I think both pronunciations are accepted. I'm not sure. Depends on where you're from. But also creating this tight choke over here where you can just place a Zealot and Zerglings are not gonna flood in. Now, once this cyber core is done, let's see what's going to happen. So no assimilator on the second geyser yet, which means, let's see if there's going to be there we go. So the warp gate research is already underway, and the natural expansion is done for Nestea, and Nestea is getting 2 queens right now. The one in the main is almost done, and making 2 stalkers chrono boosted at the same time. And this is interesting. Is he actually going to try some sort of harassment with 2 stalkers? Yes, indeed. So NEXGenius is going for something quite interesting, not something I've seen too much. Just saving his chrono boost for 2 stalkers. So really interesting gameplay over there. Still no second gas. Now this is really unusual, and this Overlord is going to try and stay here for as long as possible, and most likely going to do a suicide run, or is going to morph into an Overseer later on to get some good scouting information from NEXGenius's base. Now, taking a look over here at Nestea, there's not that much happening. Took his drones off the gas, so just 1 drone mining for now. And a lot of Zerglings coming out. I think he's going to be ready for these 2 stalkers. This amount of Zerglings is easily going to deal with stalkers. Probably going to lose that Overlord, which is quite an important loss at this point in the game. Let's see if he is supply blocked. No, he's not, barely. And now these Zerglings are coming around from the other side. Now let's see if these stalkers are going to make it out of here. Obviously, if the Zerglings get this round off, that's not going to happen because, yep, Zerglings are really great at dealing with stalkers. There we go, 1 stalker getting trapped. The other one seems to have made it away and is heading back towards the Protoss base. Now there's a lot of Zerglings on his trail, and Zergling speed already is almost done for the Protoss, for the Zerg player. Whoa, that would be really interesting if Zergling speed would be done for the Protoss. So there we go, that stalker is going to go down, but the Zealot is here in place, and this Overlord is going to go down as well. And let's see if he's going to get supply block. No, he does have extra supply. So the Roach Warren is also on the way, and is almost done. No lair on the building yet. Now a lot of Zerglings over here. Let's take a look at the unit counting station. So 24 Zerglings against 2 Stalkers and 1 Zealot. Now obviously if these would make their way into the main, that would be pretty much GG. But here we go. A lot of units being warped in right now. So 4 warp gate push is most likely going to happen soon. And these Zealots are really good at dealing with Zerglings, especially if you have like 1 or 2 sentries in the mix to plant 1 force fields, 1 here and there, 1 force fields. Wow. More pro English for me. And you can plant a force field here and there to prevent those Zerglings from getting the surround off, which is really your biggest nightmare against Zerglings. So if they do get the surround off, you're in pretty big trouble. Otherwise you're fine. So NEXGenius is getting his Nexus up at his natural, and it seems like both players are just kind of chilling right now, except for these Zerglings that are just trying to find a gap in the over here. For instance, they could just run their way into the main if he's not careful. If NEXGenius isn't careful, he doesn't have a Zealot here yet. Still, I mean, and I know these Zerglings are really fast, so if you're not careful, you can have something really uncomfortable happen to you. But it seems like NEXGenius, Nestea is going for this gold over here, which is really interesting. I like that. I like Zerg players getting the gold really fast here, because it's very good to just keep on expanding your creep towards the enemy base, and it's much easier if you put a hatchery down here as well. You have a forward base to launch your attacks towards the towards your opponent. So here we go. These roaches are going to try and do some damage over here, but with those cannons I can't really see that happening so much. But those Zerglings going around the other side, and this is quite good. They're going to get quite some good damage from this side and taking down a star. Oh, and why did they back off the moment? Oh, could have taken down 4 units there and back off. I'm not exactly sure, but anyway, more Zerglings in the base over here. So right now I'm gonna have Protoss weapons, ground weapons level 1 researching, and let's see how many units NEXGenius manages to pump out, and if he's gonna try making a push towards the Zerg. The thing is with the Protoss army, if you have like a lot of sentries and you back those up with a lot of gateway units, with a lot of Zealots and Stalkers, and you have like the Guardian Shield up as well, and you put force fields up, the Roaches and the Zerglings are really not going to do much, because I've seen so many games where this happens over and over and over again. The Zerg has like a bigger army than the Protoss, but it's just those force fields ruin everything. And the Spire is on the way as well. Here we go. The Spire is being planted over here, and Roach speed is also being researched. So once these rocks go down, actually he didn't go for them, he just got the rocks down so he could, he saw a shot when this was clear and took down the rocks, so he can take it when he wants. He won't have to worry about taking down the rocks anymore. That's quite smart from Nestea. Obviously the GSL Champion showing us some nifty subtleties about playing xel'naga caverns. Now getting another hatchery over here, and he's going